Democracy is the power and the right of the people to choose their governors through an election. Giovanni Sartori speaks about democracy and says that it must be understood as political, because democracies in the social and economic spheres extend and complement democracy in the political sense, making them more authentic democracies. In fact, the vital basis of a democratic state is social democracy, because it is through the people that this democracy is achieved, and it is up to the governors to ensure that it is respected and valued. Democracy, unlike other political systems, is distinguished by the fact that the people have the ability to choose who they want to govern them. Cuba is an example of a socialist country, where people do not have the ability to elect a president and are subject to obey what happens in the political spheres. A democracy is necessary between people and politicians to establish a dialogue to achieve common goals. Rousseau conceived democracy as a direct government of the people, and the system he defended was based on the fact that all citizens, free and equal, could concur to manifest their will to reach a common agreement, that is to say, a social contract. But in Cuba, due to the anti-capitalist action, democracy is composed in a socialist one, where his purpose is to make it participative in order to satisfy the demands of a social justice among others of the Cuban people. In other words, the political system of the Cuban society is a means to achieve a communist society that it is better for equally, so that the population feels better with the socialist system. But reaffirming against this argument and with what was mentioned above, and with conjunction with what Sartori said, the vital basis of a democratic state is social democracy. Then, taking into account that in Cuba there are no presidential elections, many countries that enjoy this vital base of a social democracy, such as the United States, have a social democracy that works quite well, and that it is turned respect in order to reach what Sartori and Rousseau mentioned. First, that the social democracy was the fundamental base of a democratic state, and second, a social contract through which the people can manifest their will to the governors. So then we can realize that living in a democracy is much better than living under a socialist one. For example, Cuba. More examples can be taken from other nations to clarify that living under a democracy is much better, because it is logical that it is better if the people make their needs clear to the government, so that they can reach a social contract through social democracy and not through socialism, which has been demonstrated through history that this type of socialism form of government is worse for the people. And what better than making it evident with Cuba? Thank you.